What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and some more Birthright coverage here as we're continuing to look through the different personalities, essentially special NPCs here that we've been presented with in the core set here, focusing on Anawir. And one of these is actually an interesting fellow here, Teodor Profiev, which again we briefly hinted at in our previous video when we looked at Nadia. And so you have here a actual good aligned Voss, Paladin of Halen, which in the setting, right, is definitely an oddity and somebody that stands out. And so, again, really, if you're going to incorporate him into your campaign in some way, shape, or form, then really it should be also along with his sort of nemesis here, the priestess Nadia, who will be looking to hunt him down and sort of bring him back into the fold as far as a traditional Voss and worshiping their evil gods. So this guy by himself, fairly impressive stat-wise, right? 8th level Paladin, so not too high level, but certainly no slouch either. Fairly strong here, 1826. Again, that's the old 2nd edition stuff here. You might just make him a strength 18, or if you feel like he really deserves it, strength 19. Dex is fine, 15, right? 15 on Constitution. Intelligence 12, 14 wisdom, and 17 on charisma, right? Lawful good again for a Voss, so he's definitely turned away from the evil gods. AC of 3 here again, old 2nd edition, right? So you got to convert that over to 5th ed if you're going to run this in 5th ed, although that's not too difficult to do. Pretty good size hit point pool there, 62. Thaco again, old stuff here from 2nd ed, but let's take a look here. So even though he's aligned good, he does have a Azrai bloodline, which is an interesting feature there. So he still has that evil bloodline, which again could be interesting how that is played out by the DM and how that might cause some issues for him. Although again, he is a follower of Halen, the major good god. So some of his abilities here are alertness, which kind of keeps him one step ahead of his pursuers as far as Nadia is concerned, and resistance. So he does have some interesting war gear as well. So a 2-handed sword +3 that he calls Anshay's Doom, wears a suit of scale +2, and then has a short bow with 20 arrows of +2 as well. So definitely can deal some range damage as well. So the pale black-haired Teodor is a true rarity among Voss. A paladin of a god his people don't worship, so he has devoted his life to slaying Anshalian, and his travels have carried him across Cerelia to Anawir. Only he knows his reasons for hunting them, and he's characteristically silent on the matter. Perhaps he saw his family slaughtered by a traveling abomination, or perhaps he simply just wants to express his hatred of his own bloodline of Azrai. So, and some people do actually call him a direct descendant of the Raven, which is, again, one of the more notorious Anshe, which, again, we'll cover all that in a whole separate series. So, again, there's always these wonderful layers to everything in Birthright. So, no matter what area of the setting that you choose to play in. Regardless, he always proves to be a terrible foe to evildoers. So the Paladin is not fool enough to confront an Anshe as powerful as the Spider or the Elf now. Again, he still needs to build up his power. One day he'll seek Anshalian, previously beyond his reach, and woe to them then. So he definitely seems to be driven by that. So if your party is in the mood for hunting down some Anshe, and maybe nothing too big as of yet, he could be a great resource. Maybe he comes to the rescue if you're stuck fighting one of them. And even if he doesn't necessarily help you kill it, it could be a great way to introduce him. But again, he is being hunted by, just to go back and reference her real quickly, the 8th level here, Voss Priestess Nadia, who again we detailed in a separate video. So she's basically trying to bring him back into the fold. And again, if you're going to incorporate him, I feel like it would just make sense to, at some way, shape, or form, then incorporate her too as someone who's trying to hunt him down and bring him back. And that could lead for some great scenarios there. So interesting character nonetheless. And again, we'll detail the Voss again way later down the road when we cover their whole campaign supplement as well. So plenty more to come here for Birthright, but let us know in the comments if you have incorporated him at all in your games, or what you think you might do with, again, a good aligned Paladin of Halen here, which, again, they all are, but the fact that he's Voss as well. So how would you incorporate that in your games? And, maybe have you have had your party, actually trying to take down various Anshaelian, and what your stories have been there and whether they've been successful or not. Hit us up in the comments there, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll have more Birthright coming for you guys very soon. We'll probably take a look here at Seamus Lavalier next, just because he's right next to Teodor, and some of the interesting bits with him as well. But for this one, let us know your thoughts on Teodor in the comments. We'll see you next time, guys. Take care.